something that was actually really freeing for me was Mel Robbins. I heard her maybe 5 years ago, and she said her whole life she wanted a six pack. Her whole life. She was going on all these crazy yo-yo diets trying to get the six pack. And then one day she sat back and she's like, what do I want more? Do I want, I don't know what she said, like donuts or do I want a six pack? And she's like, I had to come to a realization in my life to like let go of the guilt and the shame and the like heaviness of the yo-yoing to get the six pack and realize I like to eat donuts.
Right. Exactly.
And like if I like to eat donuts and I'm not willing to work out the way a person who eats a donut needs to work out in order to get that six pack, I'm not going to get that six pack. So I just had to come to a realization of like, what do I want more? And then just be good with it.
Right.
So she still takes care of herself.
Right.
She still is very fit, but she's dropped the shame and the guilt that go along with needing the six pack.
Exactly.
She enjoys a donut every once in a while or whatever it was, you know?
Exactly.
I love that.
Exactly.
And you saying that too, I feel like gives freedom to some people.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is so true. Like when you think of your ideal, I shouldn't project, when I think of my ideal, it is somebody who's like in a bikini with like perfect round breasts and like a washboard stomach and just the right size booty. But the work that it takes to get there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you really willing to do it? And fitness and healthy is different for every body. That's the thing. It's different for everyone. It depends on where you are in life. And it is freeing, like you said, because what a lot of people also don't realize is that when you stress yourself out, because people stress themselves out over how they want to look and how they want to eat, you release in your stomach an enzyme called cortisol.
Okay.
Cortisol is an enzyme. It's a protection, but what it does is it bloats you. It's a protection, but it bloats you. Cortisol, when you stress, cortisol gets released and it bloats you. And I can't tell you for how many years, like I had to rewire people in their thinking and women, we tend to do it more than anyone else. We think we're bloated because we're eating so much. And I find out most are not eating enough. You're not even eating enough. So what's happening is you've thrown your body into starvation mode. And now what it's supposed to let go of, it won't let go of. And when it doesn't let go of it, it turns to fat anyway. You think it's because you're bloating because you're eating. No, you're bloating because you are stressing all over the place. That cortisol is releasing itself. You are bloated. But see, they don't know about the cortisol, right? They just think they're being bloated. And then the thing is with cortisol, the only way to get rid of it is to de-stress. You can't dial back on food. You have to figure out how to take the stress down in your life to get rid of the cortisol. And that's where it comes, is in your belly. So a lot of women are thinking they're eating too much. Some of them are eating 900 calories. And I'm like, no, that's not it. You are stressing. And I've had to work with people and let's talk about how we de-stress. What's doing this? This is what I mean about the healthy lifestyle habits, the healthy living, is you've got to look at your life and say, what is it that's stressing me out? Because that's very well what is affecting your body. And the unfortunate part is the cortisol is just scratching the surface. You and I both know stress does so many other things to your body. People have muscle pains, muscle aches, heart conditions, and everything else. And it all comes down to stress. So your body gets affected by that too, and it bloats. And a lot of people just don't know that.